A very good morning to you all. I hope you are well. Thank you very much, Sarah, for doing the Facebook Lives for the last few days. It was really nice to have sort of a few days off and a few lines in, but it's always the way that when you could have a lie-in, you were up like 6 o'clock in the morning, and today when like I know I had to get up and get prepared, it was like really hard to get up, but never mind. I have another line next week. How's everybody doing? It's really sunny out here. I'm just looking out the window, so hopefully maybe later on I can take the kids out for a bike ride because they've been Christopher certainly has been sitting in front of the computer quite a lot lately. Morning Sarah, morning Alicia, morning Sheen, Lucy, Marisa, Helen. Oh gosh, there's so many of you here already. Morning Dee. So today we're going to be making earrings. So as you can see, I'm not wearing any earrings. I'm going to make the earrings what I'm going to be wearing. We did this flat spiral in quite a few finishes. We had some the ombre, and this is the rainbow one on the website, and this is the ombre one. I'm wearing the ombre one as well, but I'm holding the phone with my hand. We did them with crystals, we did them with all sorts of different beads. So I'm going to show you a couple of variations today. I'm going to show you a variation how to do the crystal bead earrings, and then I'm going to show you a little variation. Where's my little earring gone? To how to do it with your ombre, or sorry, I haven't worked the thread off yet, or the ombre, or your rainbow set. That's it, that's the word I was looking for. Doris is saying, morning Kitty, just placed a photo of the first garden chimes. Came out okay. Oh, thank you. I will go and have a look at that later. Morning Maxine, Maria, Antida, Jenny. Jenny's saying, lovely day here. Oh great. It looks like everybody's having, I think might be the whole countrywide is nice and sunny today, so we will have a nice day. Morning Margaret, Annie, Paula, Nat, Bernie, Dorothy. Oh, Camille is saying, morning Kitty, your hair is getting long, so is mine, and need a mind cutting. Yes, so I think I'm going, by the end of the lockdown, I'm going to be Rapunzel because I only have a haircut probably about every 3 months, I guess. And the last time I had a haircut was in December, and I was due to have a haircut in March, and I did book it in and a week before the lockdown, and it was supposed to be in the first week of the lockdown, but obviously we got locked down and everything got cancelled, so my hair is just growing and growing, but never mind. My little Lucy did offer me, bless her, she's 13, that, oh mommy, it's not no problem, I can give you a haircut. And I was like, right, I'm not really sure. I want you to cut my hair because obviously since she was little, I used to cut her hair. She's got quite long hair, so you just need to trim a little bit off the end. So I don't know. We see what happens. Morning, Victoria. Morning, Dee, Helen, Marisa. Sophia, Maureen, oh gosh, there's so many of you. So let me just turn you around, and I'm going to put you in the lighting rig so you can really see what we're doing. Let me just move this. I'm going to have to bear with me 1 second, because what No To Me didn't do last night is I didn't put my phone on charge. So I have to have an extra cable here in the lighting rig with you, with the phone plugged in. So my lovely samples are here. Now these are made up in so many lovely colors. I really enjoyed doing these ones. I'm going to show you this one first. The PDF download, the free PDF download, is how to make these earrings today, which is using 8mm and 6mm crystals. However, saying that, you could use perhaps any other 8 or 6mm bead with it. The 6mm just fills it out nicely in the middle. You pop one on top and the bottom and around your air wire, and just creates this really lovely effect. But we had it in so many lovely colors. I'm just turn this light up a little bit more so we got a little bit more, because it's so sparkly. I got them in this little display. Sorry, wobbling camera. Shafi saying good morning to you all. Stay safe and have a good day. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Mary. Oh, by the time the hairdressers are open again, I will look like Chewbacca from Star Wars. Oh, I'm sure you won't, lovely. Ginny's saying good morning, Mary. Good morning to our Beady family. Yes, good morning to everybody. So As you can see, there's so many lovely colors I made these in, and they're really, really sparkly. I just love them. So I'm gonna grab a couple of them out, and after we're doing this color, so I'm gonna grab that out. Now, Simon added a few bits and pieces to the website. So if you fancy, and this is where you have to go to download your free PDF today. So as you know, I'll always show this on our website in the, either you press on the categories at the top or on the side, there is a category called Facebook tutorials. And if you click on that, it's going to bring up this page for you, which we're showing that's what we're doing today, but you can sort of scroll back and look at all the lovely things we did over the last 7 or 8 weeks now. I'm not even sure. Does anybody know how long we have been in lockdown? Please do let me know, because the days are flying past so fast for me that I never know what day it is. But I know today's Thursday and it's the 28th of April. Right, so I put the 2 ombre and rainbow kit in there because I know many of you will have this kit. So I'm going to show you today how to make the earrings with it. And we put a couple of little kits for the bracelets. Now the bracelets, if you do get these flat spiral ones with the crystals, they will have enough material in there to make the earrings as well. And Simon just put 6 and 8 millimeter crystals in there. So if you just fancy to make up your own, you can. It's entirely up to you. It's a really lovely little stitch, and it can be done quite quickly. I guess I can maybe 10-15 minutes. So let's start with the crystal version, and I'll show you that the one with the miracle beads is going to be very similar, but your count of seed beads is going to be different. So they're going to be, the 8 millimeters are going to be my oh, Sarah's saying, haha, Kitty, it's May. Yes, it is May. Did I say April? Oh, no. I think I completely lost the plot now. Oh, Sue's saying week 10 now. Carol's saying good morning, week 11 for her. Oh, my word. Sophia's saying my hair is just touching my bottom from the middle of my back. Oh, lovely. I think you're all going to have long hair. I can't believe I said April. Oh, brain freeze here. I think sometimes, like, you know, I'm original from Hungary, and sometimes when I'm trying to explain something or something when I'm talking to somebody, I cannot remember for the life of me the word in English or in Hungarian or any other language, and it's just sort of, I guess it's a glitch. This is showing you I'm losing the plot. So we're going to make these ones first. I'm going to show you this is really, really quick and easy. We're going to make in this lovely aqua color. It's only a few materials you're using because you're using 8 pieces of the 6 mil, 2 pieces of the 8 mil crystals. Again, you can do it with any other beads you have at home. And then just a few size 11 seed beads. So I'm going to show you this first. I threaded my needle so we can go quickly. And I have to look around for a needle this morning because I don't know about your lot, but sometimes in my house you can't find a straight needle. So most of my needles, I don't know how much you can see it, are like quite bent. And this is quite a moderate one because I usually do chuck them out. But there is that one, which is even more bent. Can you see it? But when you're doing something like this, when you sort of need to go back through the 2 beads over and over again, it really helps if you got a straight needle because it just means you can get through straight away. So what we're going to do first is the same what we do with the bracelet. Oh, Marisha's saying love the green. I love this color, this aqua green color. This is really my color. Nat's saying lockdown started 23rd of March and it's been 9 weeks and 3 days. Oh, it's been a long time. Oh, sorry, wobbling camera. I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee. 9 weeks and 3 days is a long time, I think. Some of us, like, I think we make and do, and we sort of found new things to do at home and new things to do with the kids, but like a little bit of normality sort of would be good. I just want to sort of meet up with some friends and have a good, I got a neighbour who I'm quite friendly with, and she only, well, she's one of my best friends, best mates. She only lives like 4 houses up from me, and we sort of a couple of nights when I'm coming home from work, or we sort of go up to her, or she comes down, and just have sort of a little good chat, and maybe have a glass of wine, maybe. I'm not saying we do it every night, but maybe we have one. And I really miss those, so I do speak to her on the phone though, so that's at least that's sort of, that helps. Right, so we're going to start off with adding 2 of your 8mm beads. We're going to take this all the way down. I'm going to wrap this end, the tail end, around my finger so I can suspend my work right here, so there is no sort of jumping about with them. I'll just move these beads out of the way a little bit so you can see better, and move them up. So I'm going to pick up 4 of the seed beads, 4 of the size 11 seed beads. I'm going to pick up 1 6mm crystal and another 4 seed bead. And what we did with the bracelets, you're going to do the same with the earring. We're just going to come from our tail end through both of those crystals. Oh, Doris is saying, yep, look forward to that. I suppose she's answering to somebody, and it's really nice to see you do talk to each other here, comment on each other comments. Oh, Chef saying, don't worry about it. I have been in lockdown for 10 weeks. I think I'm going to lose the plot. Oh, Chef, please don't lose the plot. Oh, Chef is one of our lovely ladies. She does come to the bead clubs and workshops. She's one a local lady, and bless her, she's in isolation. But she's been doing some crafty bits as well. So I think crafting is keeping us sane at the moment. Is something to do. It's my daughter came out, we did the other day, that well, if this lockdown gonna continue, she really would like to learn video editing. And I thought, oh, what a best sort of time to do it, because at the moment you got the time to sink your teeth into any crafting, anything you want to learn, and keep you busy. And it's that sort of could be the positive coming out of this, that we learn something brand new and what we haven't done before. And I'm just picking up a 4 seed bead, a crystal, and 4 seed beads, and I'm going through the 2 crystal bead from the tail end towards my working end thread every single time. And as I'm creating the loop, so remember when we're doing the bracelets, we were doing 1 loop on one side, the other loop on the other side, then we were stepping up. Here with the earring, you don't need to step up, you just keep doing your loops and just sort of make sure they sit nicely next to each other, and just keep going. I think I can add 6 on this. Now, how many loops you need to do around is determined about what size of this bead is, which is in this case, this one is 6mm. When I'm going to do the ombre in a minute for you, I'll show you that you're going to need more loops around, because they are smaller beads, so they won't fill the gaps so much. It's all about proportion, I guess. Oh, Lucy's saying, wow, these look a lot easier than I thought they would be. They are really, really easy. And that's it. And I just need to do 1 more loop, and I think the body of our earring is done. And you can do this, well, you don't just have to use them as earrings, I guess, because what's the great thing about here, what we did, we really made like a beaded bead, and you can use them as feature beads in necklaces. So if you do a long lariat necklace, I mean, how great would something like that look on in between other beads, because you only need a few, I sort of call them like feature beads on your necklace to make it really interesting. So this is the last one. So that's why Simon added the 6 and 8mm crystals to the website. So if you did want it to do something different, because I think that is what oh, Jack saying, who's wanting Kitty to pick up that stray seed beads each time? So which stray bead are we talking about? This one up at the top? I got stray seed beads all over everywhere in the house, I guess. In when I was little, and then you had that little stone in your shoe when you like walked along, or you went like, you know, went for a walk, or you were anywhere, and it was a little stone in your shoe, or a little stone in your pair of boots, or something making your feet uncomfortable. So now in our house, it's never a little stone, it's always a bead. So when I got that little bit of feeling in my shoe, I know it is a bead. So I can get it out and rescue it, I guess. So as I did all my loops, I'm just going to add one more 6mm crystal here and pick up one size 11. What I want to do, because my thread path is facing downwards, I'm going to turn around and go up. So adding one 6mm and one size 11. I then gonna ignore this size 11, pull it down, and just go back through up the 6mm and the 2 8mm. So I'm right back to the top, just like that. And now we're gonna add a little decoration at the top as well. So I'm gonna pick up one more 6mm. And from this 6mm, we just gonna go and add our air wire to top. Now, a couple of things before we add the air wire here. So as you can see, the seed beads are protecting your thread here. So the risk of the air wire falling out of this little loop we create with the seed beads are quite minimal. However, it could fall out. So before I add, and I like to add my my air wire straight on, because otherwise if you make the loop you have to come back and then open and close your air wire. Sorry, I'm just looking for my round nose pliers. I just tidied them away this morning. So before I add this air wire on, or actually I'm going to use a silver one for this one, I'm going to go in and I'm going to make sure, this one is pretty good actually, that the air wire, the loop on the bottom of my air wire is completely closed. That one is pretty good, so I don't think I need to do anything with this, but I'll just show you another one as an example. So you can see this one, so if I put it on my finger, can you see that one is just a tiny bit open? So we really need to close that up before we add it to any of a sort of a stitching earring. So I'm just going to go in and just going to turn it a little bit more so you can see that loop is closes up. And I'm going to pull the beads back down, and that's it. Maybe straighten it up a little bit because I turned it into a little bit of a P. That's it. So it's going to sit nice at the bottom and it's completely closed. So as we're coming out of the crystal at the top, oh, Joe's saying, I'm thinking this would be cool as a Christmas bauble if you started with 2 16mm beads in the middle. Yes, so you could make larger ones as well. You could loop around just sort of around one bead. You don't have to be doing 2 bead. I did 2 bead for the earrings because I wanted something a little bit longer, sort of like an egg shape. Then if you're talking about egg shape, if you made them bigger, how cool would it look like for a decoration for Easter, I guess. Lindsay's saying, was thinking the same, but it's really easy. So I'm going to pick up one seed bead to the top. Now this seed bead, I'm going to go back down through it. I don't want to, when I turn my thread around, I don't want to go back straight into the crystal, because sometimes with the crystals you get a little bit of sharp edges, and if you have a seed bead on the top of it and you go and we'll come back through the seed bead, then the stress from the thread will be on the seed bead and won't be on the crystal. So I'm going to pick up a further through seed bead. I'm going to pick up one of these air wires just by going through that lovely loop on the bottom, and pick up another 2 seed beads, and I'm going to come back through this seed bead and the crystal bead itself. And that's it. I'm going to pull it tight. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to cut my tail, and then quite simply I'm just going to knot my tail end and my working thread together, creating a knot, sort of securing the whole earring together, just like that. A couple of knots Nice reef knot. And that's it. Now, never cut your thread off right next to the knot. So I'm going to take my thread and take it back down. You can, if you wanted to strengthen the top part, then take your thread up, take it around the loop and take it back down again. I'm going to do that with the other side. So this side, I'm just going to cut it off. Yes, I went through that seed bead. Somebody's been cutting something else with my scissors. I'm gonna have to interrogate the children because it wasn't cutting that thread very nicely. My children are known to come into my craft room and take anything they need in that moment. So it could be a pair of scissors, it could be anything, a pair of pliers, and then it's never materializes back. So that's why when I buy things like that, my scissors are pink, so I know they are my scissors, and my pliers, I got 2 sets of this really good one. This one has got brown handle, and I got one with an aqua handle at work because I know they are mine. So if anybody pinches it, I know that they are mine. They're using mine. But my children are known for it, especially Christopher. He would come in and pinch anything and then go out and cut cardboard with it. And I would feel like screaming, but obviously you can't, but you need to explain. So that's it. And we're just going to cut this end off as well. So just taking it through a few beads, and that's it. Our voila, our earring is ready. Repeat this for another pair, and then you're going to have... Actually, I had gold on this one, never mind. You're going to have a lovely pair of earrings, really quick to make. I mean, we've been here for 22 minutes, so probably I'll be making it for 15 minutes. So this is, again, a quick make. So if you are selling your jewellery, the materials, what you have in this pair of earrings is really negligible. There's the really small ones. Most often, these are the leftover pieces from other kits, what you had. And then you can sell this for, I guess, £3, £4, £5, depending on where you're selling them for. I know there is no nothing going on at the moment in terms of craft fairs and bits of pieces, but once we will be back up and running, and I'm hoping it will be soon, then this is the time to make your stock up, I guess. Right, so I'm gonna make one with the ombre colors because I do wear this ombre bracelet quite a lot. I made it a little bit bigger because I like bigger bracelets, and I really do love it. So I'm gonna make the earring in the ombre colors. Now this is where it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna use 2 of those clear ones in the kit. Let me just get this out. I'm gonna need to tip these out for my middle, and then I'm going to use my other colors to go around it. So because you are working with smaller beads here, so here in the crystal one we had 6mm in the middle. In this version we're going to have 4mm in the middle. You're going to have to do more loops as well. Also, our seed beads are size 8 here, so they're a little bit bigger, and because they're a little bit bigger, we will actually, I might not use this gold when I go around twice with those, because we're using size 8 seed beads, it will cover your bead even more. So with the crystal one, you can still see the inside crystal between the loops sort of shining through. With this version, once you put them on there, you're going to see that they're going to cover it all the way almost. It doesn't really matter what you put in the middle, I guess what I'm trying to say. Now, I had a little play with this this morning. I was supposed to do this last night, but we got home so late. It was almost 10 o'clock when we got home from work, and my body said no. It said, no, you need to go to bed. So I made it up with the same amount of seed beads, but you would use on the loop of the kit itself, but it was too many. So then I taken that apart and I reduced it to 3 on either side, but then it was sort of not enough because you can see a little bit thread at the top and a little bit thread at the bottom as well. So I guess I have to go midway, and what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to put 3 at the top and 4 at the bottom. But let's get started. Again, very easy, the same technique we're going to be doing. I'm going to start with picking up 2 of my middle bead, taking this all the way down. I'm going to suspend the work in my fingers so it will stay there. So I'm going to pick up 3 at the top. I'm going to pick up my 4mm Miracle, and I'm going to add 4 at the bottom. So I guess with this one, what I would like to show you, so if you're working with different seed beads and different size of beads, you just have to work out how many, and I went through the wrong way there, didn't I? So you coming from your tail end through both of those. So I guess what you need to do, you just need to work out how many beads, if you're working smaller or larger seed beads or smaller or larger feature beads as well, how many beads will cover the area what you're trying to cover. So I'm going to pick up, oh no, next I'm going moving along next color. So I'm going to do pink next, 1, 2, 3, and the feature 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I'm going to come from the bottom and just pull it up. With the other one, when we did the crystal one, it doesn't matter where your loop ended up when you pull them tight, because they're all the same color. With this one, you do have to make sure, as you're doing the graduation in color, that they're gonna sort of end up on the right side. So I'm gonna push them to the right side and always try to get them to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know a lot of you got these kits, the Miracle Beads kits, and making so many lovely bracelets. So if you got just a few beads left over, you can make a lovely matching earrings to go with it. So I'm going to push it to the right again because I want the next color again to the left. And after the purple, I'm going to pick up the blue. 1, 2, 3. Then my feature one, and then another 4. Oh, Elaine is saying, morning, sorry I'm late. I'm a very poorly dog here at the moment who is taking up a lot of time. Oh no. I hope your dog is all right. I think they're so worrying when we got a cat as well, and she had an ulcer on her eye last year, and they were just really worrying that you want to help them, but you know, sort of they can't tell you what's wrong and if it's hurt and if it doesn't hurt, and it's just so they're part of a family, I guess. Well, our cat certainly is a part of our family. Oh, Jen is saying, thank you, Kitty, for tidying up here. Up there. Oh, sorry. I'm such a messy person, I guess. But don't forget, I got the lighting rig just in front of me, so you can see better than I can see what I'm doing. And again, I pulled it to the right, and I'm just going to add this to the left and push it up again and keep adding loops. And we're going to have this lovely ombre effect on this one. I do love rainbow and ombre. I'm going to go back to the clear one and add 3, feature 1 and the 4 on this side. And again, same way, you're always coming through from the bottom, from your tail end, looping it on there. Then I'm gonna have to go with the pink and just carry on adding your colors. But as you can see, it comes together really quickly. And any sort of material you have at home you could use. Don't forget to download the free PDF, the PDF today. So now, as I pulled it up, my loop went to the wrong side. So I'm going to pull it out a little bit and just reposition it. No, we need to go right there. As your bead getting fuller and fuller, you're going to have to go in and reposition a couple of loops. Oh, come on. I want you. Sorry, I'm going to have to take a sip of my coffee because I see I'm talking too much. When I was little, I never understood that when people make speeches, or if they, or you go for a talk, why there is always a glass of water right next to them, or why there's always have a bottle of water in their hand. And I thought, like, why you don't need to like drink and talk at the same time, how unprofessional it is. And then when we like sort of started to do the sorry, the Facebook lives and live hours and workshops and everything else, you do know that your throat actually dries out if you talk a lot. Oh God, I hope I'm not going to go into a coughing fit again. I did that last week. I kept on just talking and talking, so I'm just keep forcing sort of open there when I want my loops go. But as you can see, because we're working with smaller beads, excuse me, I'm really sorry. Because we're working with smaller beads, you can get more loops in there. So I'm just going to keep on going and add the blue one. And that's it. And can we fit another loop in? So at the moment I got 9 loops on here. I think we can. Yeah, let's fit another loop. Let's fit a 10th loop on here. Most of the time when we design things and when we're doing things, me and Sarah both, you sort of make it up as you go along, and it's only by, I always say, playing with the beads. It's only you get really nice effects, and you just have to sit there and play with the beads. And if it doesn't work, you can always cut it up. There's only thread what you had, and thread is quite cheap, so you can rescue your beads. Although I do like to leave my mistakes sometimes, or actually I don't call them mistakes, I call them tryouts. My tryouts in a box, because that will remind you for the next time that what you did. So that's it. We made our little bead, and as you can see, it's really, really nice and colourful. I really do love the look of this. And now, because we added 4 beads on one side and 3 beads on the other side, you can see our ends are much more closed in than the, sorry, I just need to reach for this sample, sorry, bowling camera. With this one, where I just put 2 on either side, you can see the cap. It's quite big. So I think that's, sometimes you need an extra bead, sometimes you need to take one away. So I'm going to do the same manner from now on as I did before. I'm going to pick up one of the smaller feature beads and the seed bead and go back to the top. Just like that. So because we got the right amount of seed beads now in our sort of weave, you can see they come up right up to that seed bead, that feature bead. And then we're going to go to the top. Again, I'm going to pick up one of the smaller feature bead. Now, because these seed beads are a little bit bigger than the size 11s there, you're not going to need so many. So I just added, I probably just would maybe add, well, let's try actually. So I got one I'm going to come back through, and I'm going to pick up 2, take it all the way down, pick up another 2, and then I want to come back through that size 8 and the miracle bead. So that's it. So I'm right back in the position where my tail is. This one looks like even more of an egg shape, because with the crystal ones, the crystal sort of sticking out, and this one is really nice and round. I'm really pleased how this one turned out. I'm gonna cut my tail, so perhaps doing it with miracle beads, if you did it with a little bit larger one, would be the perfect Easter egg shape, and it would be a quick project as well. Oh, Jack's saying happy accidents. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Jack, but might be answering somebody else. Oh, happy accidents, what we call them on Create and Craft, Camille is saying. Oh, I guess you're referring to my tryout. Right, so I just knotted that one. I'm going to take this down to the bottom, away from my knot, because I don't want to cut my thread off right next to the knot. And that's really how easy it is to make a pair of earrings, which is a very similar technique what you did with flat spirals, but you were flapping them to either side, and here you were making sure the loops stay side by side. So what I need to do now is to thread this on a needle and either take that around the top or take it right down to the bottom as well. I do like to take it around to the top because it just gives you like a little bit of extra security, I guess, around the loop. Diane's saying, think they would be nice with large miracle beads, two-tone. Yes, I think so. We might have to try it out. I see what I got at home, so I'm working from home today, so I see what I have, and if I have any large ones, I might give it a go later. Sorry, I need to just vet the end of my thread. I might give it a go later, and if I come up with anything, I will put up a picture later on. So I'm just gonna go up through those, around the seed beads, and come back down, and that's it. Really, there is nothing tricky about it. It's a very easy make, and it looks quite effective, and you can use them as earrings. If you don't have to turn them into earrings, you can, as I said, you can use them in your necklaces. I mean, how good would, I got 3 of these here. Where's the third one we just made? Oh, there. So how good that would look if you had, you know, maybe 2 coming down on let's get rid of these beads. Just take them out of the way. How good that would that look if you had 2 coming down on the side and maybe 1 in the middle going into a point as well, just as a feature beads, and just do a simple strand of beads between them, and I think that would look really great as well, giving you really nice and feature options as well. But these small ones as well are quite nice as well. Diane's asking, well, will the picture be handmade or seed bead side? I usually pop them into the main Totally Beads page, and then I will copy over into the handmade as well, so you can see it. Oh, Jack saying put them on wire. I was bunting. Yeah, that would look good as well, because like especially these crystal ones are so sparkly that you could make a really nice decoration anywhere in your home. I mean, I love using my I guess jewelry making skills to do home decor, and I did loads of sort of different bits and pieces, from candle holders to other ones as well, that it's really you using familiar materials if you want to make a bunting or anything else, and just yeah. So instead of turning into a pair of earrings or a necklace, you turn it into something else. So do check out the website, do download the PDF. That's for the free PDF that is for these lovely earrings today. You can make them in as many colors as you like. There is a few kits left of the crystal flat spiral, which is it's the same technique as we had the miracle bead one a few weeks back, but just different count of seed beads, because we're working with different size of seed beads here, and the crystals are larger as well on the side. But with the same technique, you do get a little bit different effect as well there. So it's worth it. I really like this. It's really nice and sparkly. And because you're going through the main beads so many times as you go along, it's really nice and secure as well. Let me just turn the camera around so I can see you all. There we are. There I am. Just turn this light off. Oh, Debbie's saying, thank you, Kitty. Going to have a play today? Yes, please do. And if you do, put a picture up in the handmade group so we can have a look. I know me and Sarah quite like to sort of sit there and have a look what you're all making. And sometimes we come up with something and you take it even further and make even nicer and more wonderful. Actually, I'm going to put these grey ones in because I've got a black top on, so they will go better. So there we are. Our little earrings. I love dangle earrings, and especially when like you got crystals on, they just sort of have a really nice sparkle in it. Alicia's saying, love it, Kitty. I already bought mine. Can't wait to make some. Thank you so much, Kitty. Have a lovely day. Sarah's saying, Kitty, when you did your ombre bracelets, I didn't see how you finished at the magnetic clasp. Could you show us again, please? Did I not have it in a video how to touch it into the clasp, the end bit as well? I'll plan it in. We've been here for 42 minutes, but I'll plan it in. We do another one on flat spiral in a couple of weeks, I guess. So we can always come back and do, I'll perhaps use different materials. All right, we do it with, haven't done it with hematite beads. I think that would be really nice and classy, and because hematite beads are a little bit heavier as well, they would make a really nice flat spiral. So I'll try out with that one, and perhaps we have a play with those. Joy's saying, thanks, Kitty, have a lovely day. Everybody's saying, Kieran saying, thank you, Kitty. Doris, lovely, have a lovely day. Oh, and saying, I found the beads I need in my stash, so I will be busy today. Thank you. Yes, so I think most of us do have a little stash. I could show you around. I probably got more here than I got in the warehouse. So I think that, you know, if you got stuff at home, just get it out and play with it, and let's use up all our craft materials, and that makes us really happy as well if we can inspire you, because the whole idea of this behind these Facebook lives, that we can inspire you. Martin Tuckley saying, morning, I'm a newbie to the page. Could you please add me to the handmade group? Right, so I can't add you to the group. You need to go into Totally Beads, a Facebook page, and if you choose groups, it's going to come up with all the different groups we do, and you need to click on that you want to be in the group, and then we have to okay it, and then you will be in the group. So I do that every single day. So whenever I see people want to go into the group, I just sort of press okay, let them to go in. But I think that's just as the rules of the Facebook, I guess. Margaret saying, thank you, great for using up stash. Enjoy the rest of the day. Yes. Yeah, I got felting, I got knitting, I got crocheting, card making, I got loads of stuff, but we've been going through with the kids and doing other bits and pieces of crafting as well, so I think it's really great. But when you have the inspiration, so if somebody shows you something, oh, perhaps you could do this or you could do that, it's like a light bulb moment for me, I guess. It clicks that, oh yes, I can really do that, and then you get your materials out and have a go, and that's why we're doing these Facebook Lives, and hopefully we can carry on for longer. I'm not sure what's happening. We're going to do another couple of weeks. Sarah agreed to it, so she'll be doing it between us, so she's helping out, and then we see what we're going to be doing, because once we get back to normality, obviously, I'm going to have to go back and work 5 days at the warehouse, and it's going to be a little bit more trickier, but we see what we can work out. So everybody do have a lovely day. Oh, I'm just going to show you what we're going to do tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to be playing with some ribbon, some flat wax cotton cord ribbon. I really do love this this one, because I guess again this was one of my pet projects as well. Let me just put you down, because you can get really lovely effects with it. Now I'm using 2 colors in that necklace together, and it really just sort of goes on quite nicely. Now you can do so much with this flex cotton cord. So last night when I was grabbing the materials at work to bring it home to do the Facebook lives, I realized that I got enough materials to do probably about 3 or 4 of these Facebook lives with it, because we would be here for 3 or 4 hours if I wanted to go through everything. And I put some hand cream on my hand before the Facebook live, and it's really slippery now. Just trying to do up. Oh, come on. It keeps slipping out of my hand. Anyway, so let me hold it up for you. It's a really nice little weave. Again, a very easy make. So what I decided that tomorrow we're gonna do sort of the easier make and give you really good tips, because you don't need much thinking about when you're doing something like this. You're sort of just wrapping the material around the beads, and then maybe next week we can go and do a little bit more intricate, a little bit more delicate piece with multi-row beads as well. So I got quite a few I bought home yesterday. There's so many options you can do with this. It's a really lovely material to work with. It's like a and we will have some little beads as well, which fits on there. So if you have any children or grandchildren, they will be perfect makes for them, because be really nice and oh, there it is. There's my box. Really nice and easy. Now here's the one which I did with pearls. Again, 2 colors. It just looks really good. And now this is the same pearl. Well, there's 2 colors pearls, but we're doing it 1 color of the ribbon there. So this will be all tomorrow. Oh, I love this one. I really love this one. I mean, how lovely is that to have to wear it on a just with a plain top, I guess. It really dresses you up. So we'll do that tomorrow. We're going to go through the basics and do sort of basic designs tomorrow. Will be perfect for children. I'll see, as it's half term, that if I can get Christopher to help out, and if he wants to make a little bracelet. I'm not promising anything because he's been playing on the computer quite a lot at the moment. But I will ask him if he'd like to do it. So we go to the basics, how to sort of do the basic wraparounds, and then we'll do another one next week to do a bit more complicated one. So all of you do have a lovely day. It's really nice and sunny. I've got some beading to do. I promised my mother-in-law I'll make her one of these necklaces. So I'm going to be started on it. She wants one of these Tiffany necklaces, but in this color. So I'm going to sit in a garden and finish this necklace off for her. And I got some other bits and pieces to work at and work on. Oh, they're saying, bye Kitty, nice tutorial again, love it, and will certainly make them. Take care. So put pictures up, share the video with your friends so they can download the free PDF, because the PDF is only free for a day. So after that day, it will be gone, and it will be gone back up to $1.99. So do share the video with your friends so they can go and download the free PDF today. If you want, check out any of the other items we have on that page. And that's it really. So have a lovely day. Enjoy your day, whatever you do. Stay safe. If you do any beading, do post pictures for us so we can see that what you're doing as well. And I will see you tomorrow, and we'll have a play with our flat wax cotton cord. Bye.